Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
We could see it coming. We just never imagined to that magnitude. And I was sitting in the barbershop, and my brother Quincy busted in the barbershop real fast. And Quincy had tears in his eyes. I had never seen Quincy cry a day in my life. And all of the madness we had been through as young people and young boys and teenagers, I had never, not even going to jail, I didn't see Quincy cry not one time in his life. And he walked in that barbershop and he had tears rolling down his eyes. I said, Q, what's wrong, man? He said, man, somebody done killed Toast and everybody in the house. So I snatch off the apron, and I wasn't sure if I jumped in the car with him or followed him down there, but we went to the house. He had already broke the window out the side of the house because he had been banging on the door, trying to get in there. And I think he had been calling Toast, and Toast wouldn't answer the phone. He had been calling Toast, and he wouldn't answer the phone, so he bamming on the door. He decided to look at me, he ain't answering the phone, so we automatically knew, your brother ain't answering the phone, get over there, because something's up. So he went, and he had broke out the window. One of them had already went in there, and Toast was already dead. His girlfriend Lori was in the bed, she was dead. Rob, another good friend of ours, Toast, he was sitting on the sofa. And Rob was sitting like this, and he had his hands folded like this, with his head tipped. He had his hands inside of his shirt because it was cold from the AC. And the back of his head was blowed off. And another little partner, wow, what? Charles? Jonathan. Jonathan was laying on the sofa with a sheet up to his neck like this, with his head tilted to the side. The whole side of his face was missing. What had happened, they died in their sleep. They died in their sleep. They never woke up. They never even, they was killed while they were sleeping. So
and the house is locked when y'all got, so you had to go, yeah.
So cats took the keys and locked the door behind them. So when we go in the room, we see Lori in the bed. She had her hands in her face like this. Because whoever had did it, whoever had did it, she threw her hands up like this. Before they had shot her. Toast was laying on the floor. He was like on his side. And I remember I walked over to him and I bent over him. And I said, oh, bruh. I said, bruh. I said, Toast, wake up, Toast. I said, wake up, bro, wake up. And, shit. I hugged him. And I'm gonna tell you something I've not said before. I think I just told my nephew, Chris, about this. And Toast's son is here. I had a black silk shirt on. And when I hugged him, there was so much blood. I got blood stains all over the black silk shirt. That same shirt is hanging in my closet to this day. And I never even told his kids I had that shirt, that I still have it. And I've often said to myself, wondered, should I tell them that I have that shirt with their father's blood all over it? And I told Chris, I said, I'm going to give it to one of them one day. If they want it, I'm going to give it to them because it's just their right to have. It's the only thing left for their father. And they don't even know him. They were so young. And but the cats that did it.
So y'all didn't call the police when this happened? Y'all
No.
went over there yourselves?
No, we don't roll like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the time for the police at that moment.
Yeah.
The cats that did it, they knew they had to kill everybody in the house. They knew it. They knew they couldn't leave one witness. They knew it. Because if we would have had just a shred, everything with your DNA would have disappeared. And that ain't a threat, that's a promise. So they knew we had to finish everything in there.
Because from my understanding, somebody came forward like later, years later.
Thank you, son. Yeah, somebody came forward and we found out.
Is it who you suspected at the time when you went over there and was like, these guys ain't?
Well, two of the brothers who was charged had nothing to do with it. They just was through in it. But we knew, the brother who did it. I'm gonna tell you how dirty the government of the United States is. They tried to indict me, saying that I ordered the Muslims to assassinate the man who was charged with my little brother's murder. And they went to two Muslims, one who had a life sentence, one who had a 30-year sentence. They went to them and told them that if you just give us a signed affidavit that the Quanell X gave you the order to kill this man, we will take you as a state's witness, put you in witness protection, and we'll terminate your sentence. And the one brother they went to had a life sentence. And that brother, I read his statement. He told him, he said, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. There's no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. Before I lie on Brother Quanell, I'll do another life sentence. Them two brothers stood strong. Those two brothers stood strong. For the federal government wanted to charge me with conspiracy to commit murder in retaliation for the murder of my little brother. And I had never even had a conversation with them brothers. I had never had a conversation with either one of them brothers. That's how low down these people are, brother.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Wow. So you were saying, but one of the guys, he actually was responsible.
Yes.
Have you ever had any conversation?
No comment.
No. Yeah.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
I have no comment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, before we get up out of here,
Donnie Houston.